Alright, hello and welcome to this very first playthrough of Lost Words Beyond the Page. Last time we played through Chapter 7, and now we're going to play through the 8th and final chapter in the game. So, I think we're ready to go here. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. I'm ready. This has been okay. It's a decent game. I think it's very poignant. It's sad. It's not exactly action-packed.
Was today. Mum and Dad dressed all in black. They even bought a black romper for Ben. I didn't want to wear black. Gran thought
Black romper,
was
huh?
depressing. That life was dark enough already.
Gran always used to say...
Gran always used to say...
Colors are the music of nature.
Colors are the music of nature.
I'm starting to see what she meant. So I went to open my wardrobe.
Okay. Oh.
There it was. I hadn't worn it for years. I remember Gran saying it was cheery.
Oh, shit. Oops. There we go.
The funeral was outside, in the memorial garden. The sun was shining.
Like it do.
The birds were singing.
Like they do.
It was like they didn't know.
They probably didn't.
The vicar had just started talking when Uncle Alan stepped into the fish pond.
Uncle Alan yelled. Everyone looked. Oh, whoops.
I couldn't
Mum
help
frowned.
but imagine
Ben started crying.
Gran caring more about the fish than Uncle Alan. The picture stuck in my head. Gran running to the drenched Uncle Alan, grumbling at him for frightening the fish. It was too much.
Uh-oh. Are we the
I
kind of
laughed
girl
at
that laughs at a
Bubbles
funeral?
beside me. Dad tried to look annoyed.
But I caught him smiling.
After the vicar finally finished droning on,
Stay calm,
we
Izzy.
started
Breathe.
the singing. All things bright and beautiful. Ben started wailing. No, howling. Dad took him out. Well played, Ben. Laughing felt much better than crying. The wake was at our place. There were so many people. I didn't know most of them. Everyone said how sorry they were.
Ah, shoot.
How Gran was. Such a wonderful lady. I wish she could
Barbara
have
was so
heard them.
inquisitive. The whole world interested her. She was so open and kind. Even if sometimes you'd rather she didn't, she always paid attention to you. They broke the mold when they made Barb such a wonderful lady.
Everyone had a story about Gran. Like the time she hit a bully with her pencil box.
I like how she still has the same hair.
Or when she saved
She's
a
a child.
toad that had hurt its leg.
I'm assuming she's a child when she hits this bully. I could be wrong, I suppose.
Or how she decorated Mum's room like an underwater kingdom, so she could feel like a mermaid. That's so like her. One old lady told me how they used to bunk off work and go to the Glastonbury Music Festival.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to pass that. Okay, there we go.
Another of her friends said Gran once got arrested while protesting whaling.
Oh, that's interesting. Hippie Gran. I mean, it checks out. If you're 10, your parents are 35. She's 60.
To be terrible, Journal.
65.
And
Checks
it
out.
was. But I didn't expect to smile or laugh. To be surprised. To feel happy that people loved Gran like I did. Each time I heard a story about Gran, I could imagine her laughing along with it. It was like she was there with me, helping me through it.
I don't know if I can make that jump. Oh. Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it?
I still feel in pieces, Journal. Maybe there's a part of me that will always be sad.
Almost certainly. Oh, there we go.
That will always miss her. But maybe that's okay. And that's the way it should be. I don't know what happens after we die. But I think I know where we go. Into all the people who have ever cared about us. We make a sort of place
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
for them in our hearts.
This game's going to be on my highest death counts of the month now, I think. Which is going to be weird. It's not going to be the highest, but it'll be in the top 5, I think, because I didn't have very high death
I
counts this
need to
month.
finish Grace's story.
Yes, you do.
Gran would want me to. I want me to.
One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, good. We have 4 that are higher than 65. Okay, so we've got about 20 more deaths of wiggle room.
I think I know.
I don't want to put this on my highest death counts video.
Let's summarize. After the dragon
It's
attacked her
debatable
little,
whether I should even be counting them.
the kind Grace set out to return the fireflies. On her travels, she met
Yeah, if I get higher than 65, I'll have to put it on there.
a grumpy djinn guarding a fallen city of philosophers. And found a misunderstood fire creature named Lump. They became friends. But then
So denial, anger.
Lump was forced to stay behind with the ancient ones in
Bargaining.
exchange for the gift of water breathing. Deep under the water, inside the lost Seakin Palace, chased by the shadow of remorse, Grace had her big moment of doubt.
And that's
But she
despair.
pulled through it all.
And the whale, I guess, signifies acceptance.
And now she is ready.
To face the dragon. Let's do it. Boss fight. Oh, there we go. You alright, puppy?
I thought
We good?
I couldn't face you. But I couldn't face myself. I know you'll always be there. Maybe that's okay. You're part of this adventure. Part of me. Thank you.
Peace. Peace.
Now, I will return the fireflies.
You didn't get all of them,
I'm coming for you, dragon.
so let's just
With her
understand that.
confidence renewed and newfound power.
Unlock your full potential. Oh, okay, so now we've got all the words now.
I feel like I can do anything. Yeah, word magic. Light as a feather. Like cutting through
Butter with a hot knife.
Eldoraza's crabapple pie.
Okay.
The world welcomed her. Forward! She felt that she could touch the sky. A tall tower loomed overhead. Many moons had shone above since first it was built. Another obstacle? Ha!
Can't ignore it, I can't break it. Oh, I can raise it. Yo, 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 yo.
After what I've been through, you really think that will stop me?
Oh, excuse me. Oh. There we go. Oh, I thought that was like a wick. My bad. Who dat?
Well, that's not disturbing at all. Grace's voice echoed over the age-old crumbling stones. A lone figure stood, unbowed, defiant. It drew her to it. Her foe rose before her. No breath in its body, but no less terrifying.
Am I supposed to be doing something? Oh, swap.
Let's hope I'm up to the task. What now?
I don't know. Don't worry about the fireflies now.
Nothing's moving. Must be more to do.
More to do? Oh, okay. Now we good?
That's it. A gust of fresh air rewarded Grace's efforts.
Nope, 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 not repair. stringer. Light all the torches. Let's go.
As she rose up the stairs,
Oh, there we go. What the hell?
Grace knew the tower's purpose. To watch over a long forgotten land should ancient evil stir. No statue this time, but
Oh.
bone and scale and claw. In its fire-wreathed home, waiting. There you are! And here I come! Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
No, it's fine.
It was a great idea!
There you go.
Woo!
That's the spirit.
Ha-ha! Whee! Round 2.
Where are we going? Oh, we're dead.
The world darkened around Grace. She had reached the Dragon's Mountain. For the first time, Grace
Whoops.
felt no fear. She knew she had all she needed.
Careful, Nick.
For the first time, Grace felt no fear. She knew she had all she needed. Feels warm on my soles.
So Ignore did that?
Before her, a molten sea stretched into the distance. It did not slow her down. I laugh in the face of lava.
Feels like a bad plan.
Suddenly, Grace no longer felt the heat. In its stead, a cold dread crept up her spine.
Oh shit, no.
This looks like my village, but it can't be.
Did we just go in a big circle?
It has to be. An eerily familiar sight awaited her. That's my house. How? Eldoreva!
Oh, did Eldoreva die?
No! Wait! Come back! Oh,
While she was gone?
no! No, no! Only emptiness remains.
Oh, okay. Don't do that. Prepare? Am I supposed to go backwards? Or?
Her thoughts raced ahead of her. This can't be real. A trick. I can't let it be real.
We're way past denial at this point, Izzy. Or Grace.
She gripped the chain
Whoa.
with
Okay.
furious determination. I know you're there. Roar all you like. It won't stop me. Oh. I hope you can forgive me. Torn between rage
Forgive me.
and regret.
The dragon?
Grace pushed ever upwards.
Oh. We're under water now, right? No thanks.
But even through adversity within and without, she had grown. Her determination.
So I guess we're going through all the
bright.
biomes again. Backwards.
I hope you find your peace.
Because now we're back in the desert.
I hope you find your peace.
Oh. Are we doing this again, or...
Almost there.
Now we're back in the
Chilling
snow?
wind
This is not...
shook her to the bone.
The order is all jumbled
Still
up.
she climbed.
Oh, that's a firefly? Nah.
Almost there. Let me through and let's finish this. Glad we're on the same page. Every stride
A page pun!
pushing against. Storm and snow. Defiant unwavering. One
Who's it? Oh, it's the
step
merchants.
after the other.
Bye, merchants.
That's Bo. That's where I last saw Lump.
Human!
How are you here?
Not sure.
I'm so glad to see you. After I left you, I felt terrible. I never should have let you stay behind.
I told you.
Don't see how far you come. You grown big.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Lump did right thing.
No body shaming now.
Don't go.
Have to, Grace. But we'll always be there in the remembering.
I'll make sure to keep
Doesn't make any fucking sense, Lump. Learn English.
little lump.
Whatever.
Hello, dragon. Here I come. Finally. Grace readied herself for a confrontation.
Uh-oh, boss fight. We just ignore it to death.
Right.
What can I do to a boss?
This is it. Hello?
I can burn it.
An anticlimax.
I can just break it.
When she first set
Break every
out,
bone in its body.
Grace wanted to return the sacred fireflies to their rightful home. But now she realized that, regardless of how her adventure ended, the journey had forever changed her. Standing there, she
Oh, shit. Sorry. She felt reflective.
reflective. Every choice, every hardship, and every challenge had been leading to this. No moment was wasted. It was a life lived, and it was hers. Come forth, dragon. Every twist and turn of my journey has led me to you.
Oh, he's a big boy. You sure this is what you want? Get the break word out. It's probably fire resistant. Get break out. We're gonna break the shit out of his bones. I'd hate to. Oh. Sorry.
Why did you scare away all our sacred fireflies?
Why? They were in my way.
They are with me now, and I won't let you harm them.
You
Yeah.
can't win this battle. Begone!
The fire? Am I dying? Is he burning me? Am I burning alive? It looks like I am. Oh.
You can't just make me disappear.
I am the Unmaker, the Ender of Worlds.
Not this one.
All things must come to an end. Your friends, your family, you.
Not if I can help it.
In time, even dragons fade. Ponder this elsewhere.
Oh shit.
One person can make a difference. I know that now.
You have been reading the wrong stories, little one. Sometimes things just end.
If you want to end this world,
Didn't know whether that
you're
would work or
going to
not.
have to go through me.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to do.
I guess this is a boss fight.
You've never met resistance before, have you? You can't hurt me. And
Yeah,
I
this
can't
counts.
hurt you.
This is as much a boss fight as anything in Bramble. And those boss fights were awesome.
I'm not sure. Maybe
Play.
just talk it out.
Very well. You may ask me one question.
Make this one count, Grace.
Alright, we need to get some choices.
A story. It's already dying, isn't it?
It is fading into the void. It is burning into nothingness.
Why? Why is this happening?
You've already had your one question.
It is time. No more, no less. No.
Oh, can it be saved? So she said, okay, my bad.
The wheel turns, the cycle continues. You have had your one question. I have work to do.
Please! I've overcome so much to get here. I've had
Let's just
to
kill
face
it.
what I am
Break him!
and what I'm not. It was a struggle. And I think it always will be.
I envy your fight.
It can be yours too. You can change things.
No.
What? Why? You can't hurt me.
I did not aim for you. Some things are not to be changed.
I can't accept this.
You can.
I don't know if there's anything else I can do here. Is that just it? Everything just burns and we all die? Did I get the bad ending or something?
Learn to dream again.
The end? Oh! Finished chapter 8. We did it. That should be it. Do we get credits now? We need to get some kind of an epilogue.
What happened?
Start something new. What's all this?
It's all gone, I'm afraid.
It can't be just gone. Why couldn't I do anything? Why couldn't I save it?
There was nothing to be done. Everything has a time to go. Even worlds.
But I don't want that.
Tough shit, little girl.
Like a failure.
That's silly. You didn't fail because you couldn't win.
I couldn't.
The dragon is part of the world's cycle. It cannot be broken.
Then what was the point of all of this? I failed before I even started.
You recovered the fireflies. Ancient energies
Some of them.
born of the same cycle. Between you, them, and your book, you'll work it out.
Wait! What do you mean? Come back! Please come back. There was only one place left to look.
What, in the book? The book is empty.
Astoria was gone, but the fireflies still remained, waiting for a new beginning. You're rebuilding the world, aren't you? And you're starting with my memories.
Oh, this is costing me fireflies? Oh shit. Watch those deaths, Nick. We don't want to get to 65.
A fruitful work.
This is good enough. I'm gonna run out of fireflies before we get all of them, so...
A remembrance of home.
It's not gonna give me the fucking middle of it.
I've run out of fireflies. We're stuck. There's still something missing.
Well, maybe next time.
You're still here, Firefly. Can you help? That's it, Firefly. Now you're ready for a new story. And I have to say goodbye too.
Looks like we had enough.
Thank you, Firefly.
You're welcome. We gotta be getting close, right? What are we doing here? What's this? Oh.
I never thought I'd see you again. But you're not really here, are you?
Moana vibes. Ethereal grandma. Oh. Ignore.
You didn't make it. You knew, didn't you, that you wouldn't? That's why the firefly came to me. They knew too. So, these are my memories of you. That's where you live now, isn't it? Within me. I'll hold you close. I'll take you with me. Always. Let's see what adventures lie ahead.
Do I still know how to start
Hello,
this?
journal.
Let's see.
Reading these dusty
Oh, we're much older
pages
now. That's nice.
makes me feel old. I reread them so many times as a kid, taking myself back to those dark moments, reassuring myself it would all be okay. That helped. You helped. I still miss Gran every day.
Every day? Whoops.
Sometimes I hear her laugh in the back of my mind. Abby reminds me of her. Insatiably curious and fiercely independent. I hope she never loses that. Mom's coming to live with us for a bit.
Oh,
I
Mom's
hope
getting
her
old.
and Abby are going to make some memories of their own. They're already both obsessed with cat videos and Instasnap.
Instasnap!
Abby's
My favorite.
birthday is coming up. Maybe I'll get her a journal of her own. She says she wants to be a writer.
Then you should already have gotten her a journal. That looks like the end. Is that the end? Can you get some credits? Yes! Title page, baby! Title card, we did it. Alright, that's credits. Okay. So first things first, the bottom center of the screen says that we've beaten 8 games in 2024. And 455 since we started doing this in 2020. Those numbers are now false. We've now beaten 9 games in 2024 and 456 since we started doing this in 2020. Let's go. All right. So this was a short, sweet, simple experience, and I did enjoy it. Let's talk about the positives. I think this game, story-wise, did a good job of... Oh, do I have to... Here, you just stay on the middle credits. I think... Okay, you're just going to fall forever. The story did a good job of being sad. I think it's a good, interesting perspective into the concept of grief from a child's perspective. I think it's a nice window into that. It is well delivered. It feels genuine. It's not hokey. It's not over dramatic. It is genuinely sad in some parts, especially if you've dealt with loss before. It is a sad game, which is what it's supposed to be. I liked the whole stages of grief thing. That's something that probably doesn't get done enough in video games. Like, I feel like I've played like 50 games where I have to battle the 7 deadly sins or the 7 deadly sins or part of the game in some way. Like, I've played that game dozens of times. I don't remember ever having a game with the stages of grief in it, which is a really cool, interesting concept. So I liked that. I thought that was fairly original and well done. Although the graphics technically weren't very good and there were some weird spots for sure, the art direction was quite nice. The way that it's got that storybook feel, this handwritten vibe is nice. And the mechanic with where you use words to manifest things in the reality of the game, in the reality of the story, is cool too. You can take the word break and break things in the game, or take the word burn and light a torch and stuff like that. That's cool. Word magic is what they called it several times in the game. So I thought that was cool. I'm not sure I've seen that in a game before. That was a nice little, another interesting original idea. As far as negatives go, I think I touched on it a little bit. Graphically, the game had some weird spots. I wouldn't go as far as to say it was buggy, but like there were parts where it was a little buggy, where it was supposed to be showing a crawl animation and she was just standing, moving static, moving forward, or like she would be on a certain part of the terrain and her sprite would be like bouncing up and down. There was a little bit of that. It wasn't that distracting. It was no big deal, but I did see a little bit of that. And I think that the game could have gone farther. Obviously, this is not a AAA production. They're probably working with a constricting budget, and I get that. But they, I feel like the actual graphics held back the art direction a little bit in parts where it was really supposed to look fantastical, and in those spots you've just got these kind of lo-fi polygons in some, like making up the trees or whatever. It wasn't horrible, but it was worth noting, I suppose. I think probably for me, my biggest critique is that the game didn't really tie together the way, as beautifully, I think, as it could have. It kind of, and this seems to be I'm going to try to get through this without spoiling anything, but this kind of seems to be the point, that it kind of just ends, and that seems to be intentional, but like, a game like this, where you're dealing with really heavy, very poignant themes, there are some examples that I have experienced in gaming that they hit the nail on the head so hard and so beautifully at the end that it's just awesome. Before Your Eyes is a really good example of that. Superliminal is a good example of that. Games that they have a mechanic, a gimmick, but then there's an underlying theme behind it that comes through and is very... A Tale of Two Sons is another one. Where there's this moment at the end where it's just like, oh, wow, that's fucking cool. Like, you really found a way to tie this together. That just didn't happen. It didn't happen in this game for me. It's just kind of... It's more of a realistic story because of that. Not every real-life story is like that. But it deprived me a little bit of the real satisfaction of a satisfying ending where everything suddenly makes sense. That just It just wasn't a part of this. And for this game, for this type of game, I was kind of hoping that it would. I think that's my biggest critique, is that it just kind of ends, and it's doesn't really tie much together. Also, with the stages of grief thing, some of the later ones, again, I'm trying not to spoil too much, but it was a little murky. Like, there were certain characters I was like, okay, so is this thing grief, or is this thing acceptance, or is this thing despair? You know, and if you're, because at the very toward the beginning, it was very clear. It was this character that was denial. This character was anger. This character was bargaining. It was very obvious. And then toward the end, it was just like, it kind of lost the plot a little bit for me. And maybe it's just because I misunderstood it, but if that's the case, I'm not an idiot. So if that's the case, like, it could have done maybe a better job of leading me there. But you know, I'm not going to rail too hard on a game like this. This is an independent experience that is, you know, took me 4 hours to beat, and it was worth 4 hours of my time as an interesting... There are definitely games that are like this, that are like, oh, we're just an indie title, 3 or 4 hours long, and it's really more about like the narrative, like walking sims or just little narrative adventures. That it's not about the combat or the RNG. It's about the themes and the main story. There are definitely games I've played that are like that are bad. Like they tried to do that, and then it just doesn't come together. A lot of them are I've played a lot of games like this, a surprising number of games like this that are just like these emotional 3 to 4 hour experiences, and an equally surprising number of them fumble at the 5-yard line. There's a bunch of those actually that just try to be poignant and meaningful and just don't do it. I think a lot of developers think they can make a game like this more cheaply and get away with not having a lot of complex mechanics in their game by just having something that's like a more meaningful story. Which is true, as long as your story's really bringing it. And this game, I think, brings it, mostly. I think it's enough to stand on its own. The narrative experience of this game, with a little bit of actual gameplay mechanics kind of sprinkled on top, it's enough to carry it. Which is more than a lot of games like this can say. So on the whole, I would say bravo. It's a good game. I definitely think I would say this is very middle. This is like a C+ when it comes to this kind, maybe a B- when it comes to this kind of a game. There are definitely games that, like I've mentioned a few, that are significantly better at this kind of thing. Before Your Eyes is the one that keeps coming to my head. I've heard that about That Dragon Cancer. I don't know if I want to play that game. Maybe someday. And then there are some that are just bad. Before Your Eyes is... I'm sorry. Beyond... there's a game called... It's Beyond something. It's about... You play as a blind girl that, like, her pet dies or something, and it's supposed to be like a game like this. It's, like, really sad. But it is just a bore fest, because you have to play as a blind girl the whole time, and so you can't see anything on the game until you're close enough that you can see or feel or hear it. And so it's a really cool idea, but it is a nightmare to actually play. And then the ending is like, what the hell? What? It's called Beyond something. Not Beyond Good and Evil. Beyond Eyes. That's a really good example of a game that, like, has a cool, interesting concept, very poignant, very meaningful, very deep concept like this one, but just isn't any fun, and isn't not fun's not even quite the right word, because I wouldn't call this game a lot of fun really, but it's poignant, it's meaningful, it's deep, it's satisfying in that way. There are games that are bad at that. And I think there are some that are significantly better, too. This is kind of a middle of the road. But I think if you like that kind of game, if you like games like Before Your Eyes, or I don't have... There's more games like this that are like this that I can't think of right now, but there's a lot more games like this that I've played and beaten. You could do a lot worse than this game. I think you would enjoy it. It's worth playing. If you want to play a game about grief, which not everybody will, this one should be on your list. So, all in all, I did enjoy it, and I'm glad I played it. So that's it. We did it. Lost Words Beyond the Page. Thank you for allowing us to play you. I'm glad we finally got around to trying you. But we are now going to delete you from our console and never play you again. Bye. Thanks. Thanks for existing. All right. We did it. Just before I end the recording, brief roadmap for the next few days in case you're interested. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes out in 3 days. February 2nd. Today's January 30th. And I'm going to be doing some other things that are not gaming between now and then. So I'm only going to play one game between now and then, and that's going to be Kirby's Dream Course, I think. I was thinking about maybe doing Halo 3, but I don't think I'm going to have quite enough time for Halo 3. So I think Kirby's Dream Course, I've been putting that one off for a while, and I need to play it. So probably that. We'll probably get to that later today. And then I'm going to take a day off on the 1st, and then on the 2nd we'll start Suicide Squad. I'm looking forward to that game. I think it's going to be fun. I don't know. We'll see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. All right, that's it. If you're still here and you watch the whole video, or even if you watch the very end, thank you. I appreciate you. It means a lot to me. I will see you on the next one, and I hope you have a very wonderful day.